Prison bars don't care how many magazine covers you've graced. From fallen pop stars to infamous financiers, some of the biggest names on the internet are serving time today, and their stories reveal how power, money, and celebrity collide with the criminal justice system. Here are 10 of the most famous people who are in prison right now, what they were convicted of, where they're being held, and the latest updates as of 2025. Number 1. R. Kelly, R&B star, convicted in serving long federal terms. From Grammy stages to federal prisons, the fall was as spectacular as his rise. R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly, was convicted in multiple sex crimes trials. Appeals have been rejected, and his federal convictions and lengthy sentences have been upheld. He is serving multi-decade terms after convictions that found he led a scheme to exploit women and underage girls. Recent filings seeking release or home detention have been denied, and his legal team continues to pursue appeals. Number 2. Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, crypto founder locked up after fraud conviction. Once the face of crypto philanthropy, now serving a federal sentence. Sam Bankman-Fried, the former FTX CEO, was convicted on multiple counts of fraud and conspiracy and was sentenced to a lengthy federal term. He has been moved between federal facilities and is serving his sentence while pursuing appeals and good conduct time calculations. His transfer history and Bureau of Prisons records have been covered extensively. Number 3. Elizabeth Holmes, Theranos founder behind bars for fraud. The Silicon Valley wunderkind who sold a fantasy, now serving a real sentence. Elizabeth Holmes began serving an 11-year-plus sentence for wire fraud in 2023 after convictions stemming from Theranos' false claims about its blood testing technology. She's incarcerated at a federal prison camp in Bryan, Texas, and recent reporting has followed her appeals and life behind bars. Number 4. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, the cartel boss serving life. From tunnel escapes to a U.S. federal lockup, cartel kingpins don't get many second acts. Joaquin Guzman, the Sinaloa cartel leader, famously nicknamed El Chapo, is serving a life sentence in U.S. custody after his 2019 conviction for running an international drug trafficking and violence enterprise. His incarceration remains a high-security federal matter and a cautionary tale about cartel reach and law enforcement coordination. Number 5. Harvey Weinstein, once powerful Hollywood producer, now imprisoned. He helped shape blockbusters. Now he's subject to the same courtroom systems he once influenced. Harvey Weinstein's criminal convictions for sexual assault and related charges have led to prison sentences in multiple jurisdictions. His legal battles continue, including appeals and retrials in different states, but as of 2025, he remains in custody under sentences imposed after jury verdicts and subsequent state proceedings. Coverage of his incarceration and retrial activity has been ongoing. Number 6. Larry Nassar, Team USA doctor serving decades for abuse. The trusted physician turned serial abuser, a case that reshaped sports institutions. Larry Nassar, the former USA gymnastics doctor, was convicted in state and federal courts for sexual abuse and child pornography offenses. He received extremely long combined sentences and has been serving them in federal custody. His case prompted large civil settlements and institutional reforms. Reporting on his prison transfers and the fallout for institutions has been regular. Number 7. Ghislaine Maxwell, convicted in Epstein-related sex trafficking case. High society ties, secret flights, and now a federal sentence, her case kept surfacing new leads. Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted for her role in helping Jeffrey Epstein procure and traffic minors. She received a multi-year federal sentence and remains incarcerated. Recent developments included prison transfers and appeals activity as investigators and lawmakers continued probing Epstein's network. Number 8. Jen Shah, reality TV star serving time for fraud. Reality TV glamour turned legal drama. A telemarketing scheme landed her in federal prison. Jen Shah of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City pleaded guilty to charges related to a nationwide telemarketing fraud that targeted vulnerable people. She began serving a federal sentence in 2023 and has had her release date adjusted due to good behavior and program participation. Her case is an example of how fame and fraud intersect in the influencer era. Number 9. Charlie Javis, tech founder convicted of defrauding a bank. 30 under 30 to a courtroom sentence. Startup hype collides with fraud charges. Charlie Javis, once celebrated as a young fintech founder, was convicted of defrauding JP Morgan in a deal involving her startup Frank. In 2025, she was sentenced to multiple years in prison for bank and securities fraud. The case made headlines for how startup valuations and exit deals can mask questionable data practices. Number 10. Ovidio Guzman Lopez and other high-profile cartel figures, extradited and detained. Fame in the narco world often ends in heavy federal custody. Members of cartel leadership, including Ovidio Guzman Lopez, son of El Chapo, and other alleged high-ranking figures, have been arrested, extradited to the U.S., and placed in federal custody while facing drug trafficking and RICO-style charges. Some have entered guilty pleas or are negotiating cooperation deals. Others remain detained awaiting trial or sentencing. These prosecutions are part of a long international push against transnational narcotics networks. Final thoughts. What these cases reveal about fame and accountability. Celebrity does not guarantee impunity, but it does shape the courtroom drama. These 10 examples show a few repeating themes. High public profiles that can mask misconduct, the complexity of prosecuting wealthy or well-connected defendants, and how criminal cases involving celebrities become both legal proceedings and media spectacles. Many of these cases spurred broader debates about systemic abuse, corporate governance, political influence, and how justice systems handle powerful defendants. If you follow these stories, watch for primary documents, indictments, judgments, DOJ statements, and reputable journalism rather than clickbait. If you want a deeper dive on one of these people, a timeline, courtroom summary, or what their incarceration means for their industry, tell me who and I'll pull court records and the most authoritative reporting into a tight source breakdown. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos on YouTube.